funny thing with training is that the older you get, the less hours can a body take. So I maybe train harder now, but not as many hours as I did before. So I will probably stay around 12 hours a week or something like that.
It's different, but
usually train 2 events a night. Usually takes me about 2 hours.
It depends on where in the season I am, so everything from 3 hours a day till 5 hours a day. We'll say like 15 to 25 hours a week. Mainly event training, gym training, and conditioning.
Last year I was 3rd place, and I hope I come the best 5.
I'm going to do my best, but I'll be happy to be in the top 5.
Why do you think you brought me here? I'm here to win. Of course, me.
Magnus, Svend, Janne, you never know. Maybe me.
Hello and welcome to the World's Strongest Man. This is, of course, under the auspices of the International Federation of Strength Athletes, and we have the truck pull as our first event. And this is one of the strongest fields I can remember. We have the reigning Highland Games champion, the European champion, and of course the world's strongest man at the moment. So Hugo Gerard, the Canadian, going first. And Gerard 20 meters, and of course the fastest time is the winner. On offer, of course, 12 points to the winner and 1 to the last place man. And we have got 10 of the strongest men in the world in this event, plus 2 wild cards from the Czech Republic. So there you are then. Good time being set here by the Canadian, 25.5 seconds. And next up, this is Svend Karlsen, of course, 28 years of age, big man, and always a very impressive competitor. And he's the reigning European champion, Karlsen, so in good form at the moment. 25.5 seconds, of course, the time set by Gerard to beat. Pretty decent time this so far by Karlsen. And he's not far from that, is he? Oh, well, just inside. So he's got himself in top spot at the moment, Svend Karlsen. And that's going to be a pretty hard time to beat. Very hard time to beat, in fact. 98. And of course, last year he won this IFSA Tour. And believe it or not, he's won more Grand Prix events than any other active strength athlete. And one last thing about Magnus, he's actually won, oh goodness, a slip there from Samuelsson. Yes, every time he's entered the strongest man national championships in Sweden, he's won every single time. Side 25.63. Well, don't forget that the Canadian Gerard was in 2nd spot at the moment with 25.50. So one of the wild cards then, Jiri, try and get this name right, awfully difficult. Jiri Zaloudek, and he is one of the Prague wild cards here. Unheard of previously on the strongman circuit, and an awful lot to live up to here. Or should I say, aspire to. No recognisable form, of course, but not at this level anyway. And as you can see here, Zaloudek is finding things awfully difficult. I don't know a great deal about him, but he's gutsily pulling away. And of course, the last thing he needs is for the truck to stop. And that was Magnus Samuelsson's girlfriend, I believe, in the audience there. Well, almost on the line. Well, very gamely going for it here, Zaloudek. And looks like he's come to a complete halt, and that is, of course, the problem. It's getting the truck going in the first place takes all the strength, keeping it going not quite as hard, but of course, once it stops, you've had it. But of course, he wants to complete the course for his own satisfaction. Bad luck then. So Jiri Zaloudek then bombing out just about 18 inches from the finish line, if that. Bad luck to him. Welcome to the world of the big men. So Jan Bartl now, and Jan Bartl, 34 years of age, as you can see. Once again, a big fella, and he is the reigning Czechoslovakian champion. He's a former butcher, and he's also the defending Prague champion. And of course, home support here for Bartl. Good technique here from Jan Bartl, and there's the time to beat on the screen. I don't think he's going to do it. Very small, short steps here from Bartl, but he's going to finish the course, and that'll please the local crowd no end. There you are then, the flag goes down. 33.5 seconds, not bad that. Some 8 seconds behind, of course, the lead at the moment. So next up then, Janne Virtanen, and he's the reigning world champion. And what a competitor this man is. 31 years of age. And he's coming into this event, oh, well, as you see there, I was just about to say he's coming in with an injury, and it looks like he's decided that the injury is not going to be risked with the truck pull. What a shame there for Virtanen. Such a strong competitor normally, but of course you can't beat an injury. Here's the Dutchman now, Wout Zijlstra, and what a man he is. Zijlstra always impressive, 37 years of age now. He's a meat inspector, by the way, by trade, and also the reigning World Highland Games champion. He also broke a world record this year in throwing. The height throwing world record is his. And he also won, by the way, the first Super Series Grand Prix this year, and reckons he's got as good a chance as anybody to win this competition. Of course, it's all about racking up points over the series of events, and Zijlstra really struggling. This is very unusual. We don't normally see him struggle at this stage. That's the first event, though, and he really pulled very hard there. And by his standards, a poor time. Oldest man then in the competition, 51 years of age. He's the incredibly strong and talented Odd Haugen, and he's a Norwegian American, in case you were wondering, and still of course a world-class strongman. Not a big guy, he's a business executive, and he's the reigning Hawaiian strongest man. And Haugen really is a very tough man to beat. And this is a pretty decent time for the old fella. 51 years of age, and succeeds in just under 35 seconds. Not a big man by any means, but a big performance there, and I believe that's his wife. Yes, it is, yeah. So 25.11 still to beat. And Martin Stiefel, well, let's see how well he does. Martin Stiefel, of course, one of the wild card entries, along with Jiri Zaloudek. And the chance for them, of course, to get their names on the score sheet. Big fella, very strong. Not a bad time. But like his compatriot Zaloudek, finding this event awfully tricky, but he's done it. Not a bad time either for a relative novice. Right, here's Brian Schoonveld then, the American. And Brian, one of the youngest competitors at 27, 2 times the American champion. And he reckons on his day, he's a match for anybody. Well, we'll see. 25.11 to beat. And an excellent crowd in the capital of the Czech Republic, Prague. Well, almost there. Not a bad time this also for Schoonveld. Not bad at all. Well, not going to push the winner, or the leader I should say. 31.5 seconds there, or just over, for Brian. Now Heinz Ollesh, one of two Germans, Martin Muhr being the other. And Ollesh, always a very good value competitor. Seen him many times now. And he's trying to regain his position as the German #1, which he slipped to Martin Muhr. But he's not bad at these events, the truck pull and the stones of strength. But apparently he's not quite the man he was a few years ago. But that's pretty decent, isn't it? 26.75. And that's put him at the moment, yes, that's put him in 4th place at the moment. A very good pull there for Ollesh. So Martin Muhr then, his compatriot, the German #1 at the moment. Martin, 30 years of age, very strong in the leg and back department. And by the way, he's squatted 400 kilograms this year. And he's the undefeated power stairs champion at the moment. No one's beaten Heinz Ollesh on the power stairs yet. And there you are, a pretty decent time as well for Martin Muhr. So Martin Muhr then does it in just over 30 seconds.
The truck pulls previously, so now it finally starts to work, so I'm really happy with that.
Did you expect Hugo Gerard to be so close to you? He was second in the truck pull.
Yeah, of course. I thought that, the best time would probably come from Hugo and Magnus and Janne, and Heinz also. So, but unfortunately, Janne is injured, so we didn't see what he goes for like now.
So there you are then, the results after the truck pull. Svend Karlsen picking up a very decent 12 points there. The Canadian in 2nd spot, and bringing up the rear at the moment, Jiri Zaloudek. Kicking off our third event then. This is, of course, an awfully difficult one. Called the Hercules hole. Two small cars parked on a ramp. When the referee says go, the brakes are let off, and all you've got to do is stand there and hold them for as long as you possibly can. And first up, of course, the German Martin Muhr. "30 years of age, Martin. Not necessarily one of his great events. He's more into back and leg exercises than he is hands and arms. But he's a tough man to beat. Already doing pretty well. So Muhr feels the burn, lets it go. Well, that's not bad, 38-13. We've seen a lot better than that, though, haven't we, in the past? Not a bad standard there set by Martin. Next up, Jan Bartl, going for the Hercules hold. Jan, of course, 34 years of age. The defending Prague Grand Prix champion. And naturally, of course, all of these people here supporting Jan Bartl. And that support does fantastic things for you. We've often seen inferior athletes in front of their home crowds attaining positions that were unthinkable previously. Doing pretty well, isn't he? 40-odd seconds gone already. This is excellent timing now. Oh, well done. Well, look at that, 48.91 for the man from the Czech Republic. That's an excellent Hercules hold for him. So Odd Haugen now, the diminutive American, looking to set a good time here. 51 years of age, an incredible athlete, Norwegian-American. And while still a bodybuilder, by the way, in 1970, he was just 20 years of age. So Odd Haugen, 48.91 to beat. Going well. Feeling it now, though. Oh, what a shame for Haugen, but what a man. Well, that's not bad, 38.75. Bartl, of course, has set the standard here at 48.91. That's going to be really tough to beat, actually. Oh, now our second German, Heinz Ollesh. And he's the reigning star in Germany at the moment. Sorry, my apologies, he was. He's trying to regain his position over Martin Muhr. Oh, bad luck. That 22.57 for Heinz Ollesh, and that's a very disappointing result for a man of his caliber. Well, Svend Karlsen now. So Karlsen, one of two Norwegians in the field. Normally very good at this. Karlsen, the reigning European champion. Oh, he's bombed. Well, that's a real shame for Karlsen. Less than 30 seconds, and that's a big disappointment for him. He's the reigning European champion. Not a great time there at all. 27.94, in fact. Now, Brian Schoonveld, Hercules hold for the United States. We get the youngest man in the field at 27. And the time to beat set by Jan Bartl of the Czech Republic, 48.91. Not a particularly muscular kind of guy. Very solid though. Well, he's gone over the 30-second mark. He's gone over the 40. 48.91 to beat. Watch the clock. Oh, what a strong man. Oh, bad luck. Look at that. Just 0.8 of a second outside the top time there, set by Jan Bartl. He did very well, Brian Schoonveld. Excellent. Now, Magnus Samuelsson from Sweden. Always one of the crowd favourites, of course, Magnus. He really does look the part, doesn't he? 31 years of age now. And the IFSA Tour winner last year. Looking to repeat that. You can see the time to beat there, 48.91. Very good second spot by Brian Schoonveld, providing, of course, Samuelsson doesn't go above that. Oh, look at that. That is, once again, a disappointing time for Samuelsson. He would have expected more than that out of that event.
First two events was pretty okay. I mean, I didn't win them, but I was up there, you know, maybe a few mistakes away from winning the first two events. In the last event, I have an injury in my left hand that have been bothering me the whole season, so it didn't come as a surprise, even though I did not expect it to be this tremendously bad as it turned out to be. But there's 3 events to go. We have to make some adjustments to the points.
Now, the Canadian Hugo Gerard. And Hugo, of course, in the lead after 3 events with 33 points. Schoonveld in second spot, and he's just, of course, set a very good time in the Hercules hold at 48.10. So Gerard would hope to be up there. He's got to bust 40 seconds, I think. Big, strong fella. 29 years of age. And they're already saying he could be the next big superstar in the strength sport. Already, of course, the holder of the Canadian bench press record. Oh, and this is sheer determination and pain. Oh, fantastic time, though. Great time.
Hugo, you're in the lead now after 4 events. What about that?
I feel pretty good. I didn't know. Like I say, I take one event at a time, try to enjoy myself and put on a good performance. I can start to feel right now, you know, the jet lag is hitting me, and the power, you know, I start to be gone. So hopefully 2 events to go, and we see what's going to happen. Try to do my best in every event, and hope it's going to be enough to win.
So there you are then, the Hercules hold won by Jan Bartl of the Czech Republic with 48.91. Excellent time there. But of course the danger man Hugo Gerard picking up some pretty decent points there in 3rd position, but overall doing very well. Well, power stairs now, and you've seen the power stairs on many occasions, of course, here on British Eurosport. And there's 3 weights, 180 kilograms, 200 kilograms and 250 to be lifted up the set of stairs as fast as possible. And Martin Muhr, of course, is the undefeated champion on this event. Magnus Samuelsson and Svend Karlsen, of course, first to go. Well, Karlsen pretty happy with himself there, 27.19. Samuelsson 28.56, and you know, I've got to say that Samuelsson looks to be suffering here. So now the reigning world champion, world power stairs champion, world record holder Martin Muhr against the Czech, and this is Zaloudek, of course, and they're almost level. Muhr gets the edge, wonderful technique, great strength. Time to beat 27.19. That's going to be tough, by the way. but not for Martin Muhr. There you go. Great time, 24:13. Excellent. And Zaloudek getting cheered on here by Martin Muhr, the German. And he desperately wants him to lift this 250. And that's great support from a fellow athlete. So bad luck then to Jiri Zaloudek, who does not complete the 3 weights. But Martin Muhr does, and in great time. Next up, we've got Haugen, the oldest man, at 51 against the 29-year-old Hugo Gerard, who's leading at the moment after 4 events. And, oh, poor old Haugen, they're just slipping off that bottom stair. But this is the Canadian. And so much of this, of course, is not just about sheer strength, it's technique too. Haugen, one of the smallest men, in fact, the smallest man in the competition, but incredibly strong inside. Well, he's done exceptionally well, the Canadian there, but he's still almost 10 seconds behind the German Martin Muhr. And that's a great finish by Haugen. Well done. And once again, all very supportive of each other. Well, now we've got an interesting pairing. Brian Schoonveld, the American, against the local man, Jan Bartl. So Schoonveld then, closest to us. Oh, and Bartl really hurtling off at a great pace here. Wow, this is a hell of a pace set by Jan Bartl. And I tell you something, Martin Muhr's time could be under threat here. Or maybe not. No chance for Bartl to beat Muhr's time, but a pretty decent 33.62. Well, as you can see, Brian Schoonveld is struggling here to get this 250-kilogram weight up those stairs. And once again, all of the athletes are trying to get... Oh, what a shame for Schoonveld. He's not going to do it, is he? Well, Jan Bartl once again trying to coax Schoonveld into success, but fails. But Bartl pretty happy with his time there. Not surprising either, but the winner of that event, Martin Muhr, the German, who is the world record holder for the power stairs. In second position, Svend Karlsen, who had a pretty ropey start, but he's coming back in now. And Wout Zijlstra of the Netherlands in third place. Very, very close with him and Karlsen for second position. There you are then, power stairs. There's the confirmation. Muhr winning, Karlsen second. Zijlstra just pipped by 900ths of a second into third place. So Hugo Gerard then 6 points in front after 4. 2 events to come. Here we go then, this is what they call the car wheelbarrow. You've got to pick up this car and run 20 meters as fast as you possibly can. Quickest time wins. End of story. This, of course, tests the legs, stamina, and the grip. So Brian Schoonveld, first off, 20 meters covered in just over 9.5 seconds there. Next up, we have our competition leader, Hugo Gerard from Canada. 9.5 seconds to beat, or just over. And there's the camera there in the showing the heated rear window. Well, you can't be fantastic at everything. 11.47. He'll be pretty happy with that, I should think. Good time set by the American. Now, Magnus Samuelsson. And once again, you can see the time to beat on your screen. And this has not been a fantastic competition for Magnus, I've got to say that, by his standards. Very good time, look at that, excellent, just inside the 10 seconds. But not good enough to take the lead. So Svend Karlsen next. And he'll do pretty well here, I should think. Well, not overly extending himself here, Karlsen, but still does 10.5 seconds. Good time. Not happy. They all want to do so well, don't they? Next up, Martin Muhr, who was so impressive in the power stairs. What can he do here? Not really one of his events. But still a very decent time there for the German. Just checking with the timekeeper. And he'll be disappointed to see 10:41. Well, he's not. He's quite happy. Not one of his favourite events, but there you are. 10:41 for him, and he'd be quite pleased with that. So there's the results of the wheelbarrow. Brian Schoonveld, the American, picking up 12 points for 9.5 seconds, just over. But no doubt about the lead at the moment, although that lead slightly whittled down by Magnus Samuelsson. Hugo Gerard in front at the moment. One event to go. It's the medley. Right, Brian Schoonveld against Svend Karlsen in the medley. And those of you who've never seen the medley before, let me just tell you that the tyre weighs 350 kilograms. It's quite incredible. It's got to be flipped over 4 times. Then you've got to pick up 2 suitcases weighing 125 kilograms each and carry them across the track. Finally, 3 barrels weighing 90 kilograms each have got to be loaded onto a platform 1.3 meters high. So there you are. That is the task facing these men. And as you can see, Schoonveld and Karlsen, well, particularly Karlsen, setting a very good pace here, as we would expect from Svend Karlsen. And that's his 3 barrels done. And that's a very good time set by Karlsen. Just over 40 seconds. Schoonveld, as you can see, still yet to finish the course. And of course, this is a killer event. That huge tyre, 350 kilograms, and of course 250 pounds to be carried up the track. Amazing.
You have 4 points behind right now in the second last event. Is that possible to take?
I can't do it single-handed. I have to do well, and he has to do poor. And so far, he has been doing good in every event so far. So I expect him to win, but I will give him a hellish fight for it.
Yeah, what do you say? You wouldn't do poor now in the last event to be the champion of Super Series in Prague, would you?
Hopefully, I don't do poor. I did quite okay for the first few events. So it's the last one to go, and I think actually it's a good thing going against Magnus, because the better is your opponent, the better you're going to put on a performance to try to keep up with him or beat him. Hopefully I got enough to win now.
We can expect a real fight here now in the last round from you two.
A pit fight.
A good fight indeed. Samuelsson against Gerard. And Samuelsson desperately needs to win this event, as he just said there, to be in with the chance of upsetting Gerard. But Hugo Gerard, this Canadian, is so incredibly strong, and he's gone off like a train at the beginning. So 125 kilograms in each hand here to be carried up the track. And this is one of the toughest events there is. Samuelsson not looked himself really. Now the 3 barrels, here we go. And don't forget, Svend Karlsen set a very good time. For just over 40 seconds I don't think Gerard's going to beat that. And there you go. Well, there you are. Just under 50 seconds for Gerard. Samuelsson 40, yeah, just under as well. But that means now that Gerard cannot be beaten in the Prague Super Series Championship. Well, that's Mrs. Samuelsson looking after her exhausted husband.
Hugo Gerard, Canada, you are the winner of Super Series Prague. Great feeling.
Wonderful. I had a lot of pressure on the last one. I didn't know how to grab the tire, but I just gave everything I got, and that was enough.
Fantastic. I mean, you did a real great race there with Magnus the last event.
I know Magnus is very good, and he's going to push me very hard. You know, best athlete here in the world. What can you say?
Congratulations to your Prague victory Super Series. See you in Stockholm at the World Final.
Yes, wait for me, Stockholm. I'm coming.
A I think confirmation of Svend Karlsen winning the medley in a good time, but couldn't knock Gerard off the top spot, who wins with 2 points to spare over Karlsen from Norway. Excellent. So there you are then, 9 points for Samuelsson, 9 for Karlsen, 8 for Gerard. He's a real threat to the championship this year. I do hope you enjoyed the show. Take care. My name's Steve Holsworth. Leave you with the Canadian national anthem and, of course, our winner, Hugo Gerard. Take care. See you very soon.
Prix třetí.